I had somebody the other day that asked me, how do you track your open rates and who's reading your email and how do you track clicks and things like that? Well, one way you can do it is inside of your Aweber account. This is Fred Rayleigh, the submarine guy. So I wanted to walk you through a few of these little things that you can do inside of Aweber. Right now, we're looking at my broadcast messages for one of my lists called Main Newsletter. And you can see all of the, not all, but you can see how many broadcasts I have here. This is showing you about 10 of them, I think. And there's a lot of things you can glean from this. First of all, you can have the data presented either in a percentage format like I have now or in actual numbers. So instead of 1%, it's showing you 25, that kind of thing. And you can look back through your, these are all in chronological, reverse chronological order. So this is the one I sent this morning. This is the one I sent last night. This was Wednesday or something. This was last week, kind of thing. And you can say, okay, well, gosh, look, only had 1.3% people open that one, 11% there, 14.5 there. So there's some differences, and you can start analyzing why you have these differences in your open rates for one thing, and then also in your click rates. And this tracks clicks inside of your message. So if you have a website address or something like that in there, it'll track how many times those were clicked. It'll also track your bounce rates and your complaints if you have any complaints. As long as you're below 1% on complaints, nobody's going to say anything. You can see mine are really low because I keep my list really clean here. So one of the things I wanted to show you, I sent out this message last night. Let's view the statistics on it. Okay, I sent it out to 2,175 people, 3 bounced. Here's the date and time it went out, 1 complaint. You can see that I sent it out about 7 p.m. You can see by about 11 p.m. I had most of the opens already, and a few trickled in, 1 or 2 per hour after that. And for a total of 260 total opens and 245 uniques. So here's all the people, and please don't spam my people, that open my email. Now here's the thing I wanted to show you. You can either send a message directly to these people that opened your message, these 245, or if you want to look at the unopened, and not that you want to look at them necessarily, but you can send directly to these. And here's why this is important. Since this is what I did this morning, I used this unopened list to say, okay, I want to send a message directly to these people who haven't even looked at this. So what I did is I clicked that link there and it says create a segment based on non-opens, and that's what I wanted to do. So I gave it a name. I'm not going to do it again because I don't want to create another segment, but I created a name for the group of this list that did not see last night's email, and then I saved it. Okay, and I'll show you how I use that in a minute. You can export this list. You can also get the links for your messages here. If you ever want to, like I put one of these on my blog the other night. I sent this message last night, and there's a couple of different links here. You can view the message if you ever want to show it to somebody or something like that. So it's got its own website address. You can copy that, put it in your blog, or put it on in your YouTube description or something like that. So that's kind of cool. I have to remember to backspace here because that'll close Aweber if you don't. So anyway, let's look at how to use this segment that I set up to send these non-openers the message that I sent last night. So basically what I do is let's see, where is the link here? Da, 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 da. Okay, down at the very bottom it says view and copy your message. You can either look at the one you sent, or you can say, hey, let me copy it, because in my case I want to send it again. So I'll copy it, and Aweber will open it up for me. there's a message that I sent. I'll save it and exit, and here's where the segment thing comes in. I want to send, here's the saved version, same message I sent last night, and I want to schedule a broadcast. Now, here's the broadcast settings. It starts out with, who do you want to share this message with, or do you want to share this message, who should get it, and when should they send it. So let's look at the who section here. Right now the default is to active subscribers, but we want to send it to a segment. And here's where you pull down the segment. Here's one that I did called No Opens from my 6X message on Friday evening. That's how I identified that segment of people that did not open the message. So now you can also, send it to any of your other lists and that kind of things, but let's apply that and look at it now. Now who should receive the message says people off your main newsletter who are in this segment that didn't open it on Friday evening. And so now I can send this message again to those people who didn't see it. Now I'm going to cancel this because I already did this and they're already getting it. But this is exactly how I sent the message to the non-opens. So let's cancel that. Let's delete this. I think I can delete this. Yep. And let's go back to broadcast. So here's the results of sending that message to the non-opens. Here's the message I sent last night. It was how to 6X yourself. It was sent to 2,175, 11.3% opened it, and that was about 245 people. Now I sent the same message this morning, about an hour ago, to the people who didn't open this one, and I got another 27 people opened it and 3 clicked it. So now I've got a total of 272 that opened it and 28 clicks. So another 10% roughly, a little more, maybe 12 or 15% that I got by sending the message again. Now you could try that over and over and over again. You probably don't want to do that too often, but one of the reasons I did it was because Friday night is typically not a great time to send your message, but I wanted to try it. And I did get an 11.3% response, which is pretty good. It was fairly early in the evening, 7:34 in the evening, if you can see there. So I sent it again in the morning, which I've always found to be the best time. And I did get that other, 10% or so opens. So this is a way you can, segment your list, the way you can see your open rate, your click-through rate, your bounce rate, your complaints, all that kind of stuff, and knowing what you sent, when you sent it, how you sent it, and what was in the email, you can make some deductions about how to craft your future emails. One of the things I've learned in the past is your headline is about 80% of your open rate, or the factor in your open rates. In other words, if you've got a really good headline, that's all the response or the respondee is going to see, right? The guy that gets your email is really just going to see probably your name, your in the from line, and then the title in the subject line. And if he doesn't like that subject line, he's not going to open it. So you got to get your headlines down, really make them interactive and interesting, and make the curiosity factor pop up there. Anyway, hope this helps. We're going to put this up and write a little article about it, and I just wanted to wish you guys to have a great day. Let me see if I can get my